everyone, it's Amanda here with your Teen Rune Scope. Quick announcement, starting first, I will be raising the price of my private sessions from $5 to $2. I've put off doing that as long as I can, but unfortunately rising fees and costs of running a business have forced me to do that. So, but I did want to give you a heads up that all of March will be at $5 for Skype sessions. So if you've been putting off setting that up and want to get it at the lower price, it's a small increase, but still, if you don't want to pay the extra dollars, definitely book with me in March. But also, I will be offering a spring rune scopes class, or rune class, where you learn how to read the runes for yourself and others. It's totally online. It's a 6-week course. That's going to be March 27th through 5th. And the deadline to sign up will be Thursday, March 23rd at 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So that is $5 for the full 6-week course. If you want to sign up for that, drop me a line at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. The price for that will also be increasing. Any future classes will be $1 more. So if you want to get into the lower price and learn how to read the runes, contact me or to set up an appointment for a Skype session. Drop me a line as well. Now, this month I'm going to be using in conjunction with the runes for your rune scope, the beautiful Golden Tarot by Kat Black. And then be sure to meet me over on Vimeo for part 2 of this reading, where I will be pulling your spiritual guidance reading from the Fairy Ring Oracle. This is by Anna Franklin and Paul Mason. So don't forget to click the link below. Just click or tap show more beneath this video, and all this information I just discussed will be there. But now, without further ado, on to your reading. Hi Aquarius, welcome to your Teen Rune Scope. Let's jump in and see which runes want to speak to you, Aquarians. Please keep in mind, Aquarius, this is not a private session. This is a general reading, or a free sample reading, if you will. So not all messages will apply to you. Some will be for other Aquarians that are watching this video. If you would like a private session, just contact me at the email address in the video or below the video, and we can set that up and talk about whatever circumstances or situations you're dealing with specifically. You can also check out the video for your rising sign as well for some additional messages and information. But again, still going to be a general free sample kind of reading. But let's see what in general is going on for Aquarius. Challenge or focus is coming up as the Two of Cups. So right away, we're talking about unions, relationships. Those of you that are coupled, you may be trying to take your relationship to the next level. So the focus be on, if you've just been dating, becoming exclusive, or, some of you be getting engaged, some of you be getting married in March. Some of you may be taking it from dating to moving in together, or some sort of solidifying of a relationship. Those of you that have been in long-term relationships, you just be trying to come together again in a certain way, especially in an emotional sense, be closer, reignite the intimacy, maybe. This does not have to be a romantic partnership. This could be anyone you're close to, a sibling, a friend, a child, a parent. You're trying to put a relationship back where it needs to be, where it used to be. Reigniting or solidifying an emotional connection. Those of you that are single, maybe you are focused on in March finding a partner or finding someone new to date. Or really with the Two of Cups, though, you're looking for something far more than just casual. You are looking for someone to marry. You're kind of putting out there. Or maybe you're just kind of figuring out what the heck do I want in a partner? What qualities and traits am I looking for? And if you're doing that, I would write it down. Write it down. And what I would do is burn it and then release those ashes into the wind. Just kind of sends it out there. Um, little witchery there for you. If you're into such things, you are watching a tarot and rune reading, so I would imagine most of you are. But yeah, that just kind of releases your intention out there. It's like, I'm looking for these things. Now it's yours to, now it's your job to bring it to the universe. So that is something I think that many of you are going to be focused on. Or you can just write it down in your journal, make a list, you know, if burning. And if you are burning it, do be careful. Please use a safe container, or do it outside on the grill, something. I don't want anybody commenting how I started a fire because of what you told me to do. But yeah, just write it down, because writing it down really kind of sets that intention, right? And some of you want to write down your list of things you're looking for and put it up in a place where you see it every day. Maybe, you know, on your mirror, so you see it every day, you know, when you're getting ready for work, or maybe in your car, if you spend a lot of time in your car, just somewhere where it's always kind of reminding you. On your desktop, on your computer, right? Kind of like a vision board, maybe, kind of thing. Make a vision board of the qualities or the kind of person that you're looking for, and put that on your desktop where you're always going to see it. So that's the focus. It's a good focus to have. I don't really see it as a challenge. It may be a challenge if you haven't found that person yet and you are looking forward, or if you've maybe kind of grown apart or grown distant from someone and you're trying to bring it back together. But this is a really good card. You know, indicating that your intentions are good. Now, as you move into in your present, we've got this 7 of coins coming up here. So you're putting a lot of work into something. You're very, very busy, a lot of effort into something. You know, could be this relationship, could be repairing a relationship. You could be I feel like some of you are putting a lot of effort into not rocking the boat, and that's coming through. So, I mean, maybe this is something you're repairing. You had an argument and now you're, you know, maybe being overly careful, and, you know, maybe you doing all the work here. And if that's the case, Aquarius, I mean, you know, make sure it's more balanced. If this is a partnership, any sort of relationship, it should be balanced, not one person putting in all the effort or putting in all the money. 7 of coins is a money card. So, you know, if it's been a relationship where one person was always supporting the other person, I mean, that other person, whether it's you or the other person, they have been feeling like they were being taken advantage of or just used for their money. Now, for some of you, this could be straight up work where you're just kind of bored with the status quo of the day-to-day. Whatever work you're doing, it may not be very inspiring to you. There's a ton of it. There's a lot of it. You know, you may feel like a lot gets put on you. That's not really your job, your responsibility, but due to other people's laziness or avoidance, it kind of falls on you to be the one to put all the effort in and complete projects and things. And, you know, you'd be bored with that. It seems like you're making good money, but you're kind of uninspired, I feel like, by what you're doing, some of you. I feel like part of this challenge would be not letting people get away with the same thing over and over again, because this rune talks about somebody who just keeps repeating the same patterns and they keep getting away with it, so they keep doing it. So this could be at work, your partner, you know, whoever this is that you are trying to repair a relationship with. You know, you need to call them out for, you know, it's not a responsibility to bail you out of a jam every time. You know, it's not a responsibility to do your work, pay your debt, fix your messes, right? So I am seeing a bit of conflict, or this, you know, may have been conflict in the past. And you have Soulu, which is the sun. So, I mean, this is trying to be positive, but it may be kind of difficult. You know, because in order to keep things positive, or in order to maybe keep things, either you or the other person be required to put in more effort than it's unbalanced, is what I'm seeing. 7 is an odd number, so it's not balanced. It's not, you know, and it's not fair. So maybe that's what you're trying to work on as part of the challenge here, is to make it more balanced, to make this more of a, you know, if you really care about somebody, you're not going to expect them to do all the work, or, be the only one earning money in a partnership, or just, with no exchange. So yeah, there's some kind of off balance, something's off kilter in a relationship. And I feel like for you, it's up to you, Aquarius, to tell someone enough's enough. It's not, this is not cool. And you don't have to do it in a negative way. In fact, with Solu, you'd be doing it in a very positive way. But some of you be wondering kind of like, why does this always happen to me? What am I doing wrong? Why do I always get taken advantage of like this? Or why do people always treat me this way or just kind of walk all over me? So you'd be trying to fix that, Aquarius. Maybe the person repeating this cycle is you, and that you've got to kind of try to find a way out in March so that someone doesn't get away with it again. The help that's going to be available to you, 6 of Coins in reverse. So yeah, this is someone taking advantage of your generosity, and it gives you a chance to really kind of step up here and say enough's enough. Because if you don't, this will never change. And the rune of luck is here. So, luck is on your side. You can make this right, but you have to speak up and you have to say, you know what? This is not okay. This is not okay. I'm not your doormat. I love you. I care about you. I want to make this work, but it's got to work for both of us, not just you. Or, somebody saying this to you, Aquarius. And if they are saying this to you, although that would be I don't know any Aquarians that have that kind of energy, but it takes all kinds. There are good and bad of every sign. Somebody could be saying this to you, it's been all about you and I'm really kind of sick of it. And this is coming up as a help to you though. Maybe you're unaware of it, or maybe you were doing things that you didn't realize they were seeing it that way. They were taking it that way. But really what's coming up here is a situation where it's time for you to be selfish, or a bit more selfish, and at least put yourself first. I don't really want to say selfish because that's not what I'm feeling. That's not you. This is more of it's time to put yourself first and stop thinking about everybody else and, is everybody going to be okay? And, there's been too much of the giving and not enough of the receiving. And it's time for you to make sure that you're going to receive back whatever you're putting in whatever circumstance this is. Again, this could be family, love, work, whatever. There's so many of you watching, it's going to play out differently for different groups of you. But I was just saying, if you make a stand, if you put a stop to this, if your goal is to repair a relationship, this is the path to that. This is what has to happen in order for that to occur. So boundaries. Maybe you haven't made your boundaries known before. Well, you're going to get your chance. It's almost like they're going to hand you this chance on a silver platter. It's like, here you go. Here's your chance to say, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Otherwise, it's not going to transform, and this pattern will be repeated where you just, get taken advantage of and are resentful about it. Or you get the short end of the stick in some way and it causes conflict, or you're blamed for something you didn't do, or there's a conflict from a situation where you are unfairly judged or unfairly kind of put on the hot seat for something that was not your responsibility or your fault. And the only way to kind of stop that is to seize your moment and, stand up for yourself, Aquarius. Now, what must be accepted? We've got the 9 of Wands in reverse. So what must be accepted about March? Something you've been waiting on is going to come to pass, because in the upright, this is kind of like, I'm waiting for battle. He's almost done. He's waiting for that final battle to start. He's standing there ready, and he's tired and he's wounded. But in the reverse, the wait is over. And this has something to do with family. We do have the Manes, the rune of interdependence, groups, close friends and family, and also Othello, which is about family, inherited traits, home, domestic situation, property. For some of you, you may be moving or purchasing property, looking to remodel, fix up your current property. And I feel like you'd be hiring a group of people, a company to do that for you. You may be hiring a realty group to help you find a house and sell yours. You're no longer putting off something to do with home or family. Now this could also be a family member or someone that you've been waiting to hear from, and you're hearing from them finally, but you've got to, again, make your boundaries known. Because they come in kind of like it's the same kind of thing. You're like, that's not going to fly. And I feel like if you do that, there's an awesome new beginning. There's a chance to transform this into something more positive. Those of you that are purchasing a home, I mean, it is really like, this is the dream. Some of you be joining, you'd be leaving this job you were bored with and just not where people were kind of taking advantage of you, and going to work as a realtor or starting your own business remodeling or doing interior decorating or fixing up the house, adding on, fixing up homes, selling homes, that sort of thing. And you'd be joining a smaller company that does that. Or you'd be starting a business from home. You're still connected to other people though. So maybe this is a family business and you're going to take it over, but you can work at home now and you can leave this other job that you were pretty bored with. Because this can also mean working out of the home. And maybe this is an opportunity or a chance to do this that you've been waiting on for quite some time, and now it's time. March is the time. And now you do have at the end of the King of Swords in reverse. So this is normally somebody with air sign energy, Gemini, another Aquarius, or a Libra. In the reverse, this is somebody that you feel is just being kind of harsh or critical with their communication. Sometimes he can come off as dishonest. He out and out lie in the reverse. So, but I feel like this is somebody, it's coming up next to Legas. So it's kind of like, this person is responding or doing this in a way, but it's like, I expected this. I knew this was going to happen. I almost feel you saying that to somebody. I knew you would do this, or I knew this was going to happen. For some of you, maybe this can be you, Aquarius, so maybe this is your wife or somebody saying to you, I knew that you would screw this up. And then you have to kind of come, come back to, I don't feel like this is a bad guy. I mean, it may be in some cases for some of you, but it's just somebody who knows how to push your buttons. So for you, I feel like if it's not you pushing your partner's buttons, it's your partner pushing your buttons. And you are just like, oh, you always do this. You always say the wrong thing, or you're always so critical of what I'm trying to do, or always disagreeing with, goals. But it could be somebody that you feel is, for you, it's this, if it's not a partner, it's not a relationship situation, as far as like a romantic relationship, it could be this person who is, you've got to set your boundaries and be like, look, you lied to me before, you were dishonest with me before, and I can't have that in my life, or I can't, it's going to have to completely change if we're going to start anew here, or if we're going to go on from here. So Aquarius, you do have to lay down some boundaries here. I feel like you're getting something you want, the chance to repair something or the chance to achieve a dream, but you've got to make sure that other people involved or other people that are around are not going to use you in some way or use this circumstance for their own benefit. If the good thing about Legas coming up next to this King of Swords in reverse is that, if someone is deceiving you or lying to you or not being, not giving you the whole story, you're going to know, because this is going to be like, I feel like there are some pieces missing from that story. And you'd be like, look, I feel like you're leaving out a big, until you're ready to tell me the truth, or until you're ready to really kind of come clean, I don't have, I'm not going to deal with this. So that is what I see. Not a bad month, actually. I'm seeing good things happening in Aquarius. Just remember to set boundaries with people who have disappointed you before. Otherwise, you kind of leave the door open for them to do the same thing right over again. And, you You deserve better than that. But the only person that's going to kind of stand up for you is you in this circumstance. And, you know, even if somebody else kind of stands up for you, it's not the same, you know, because it'd be kind of like, okay, well, I can just get what I want when this other person's not around. And, you know, I kind of feel like someone's thinking like that. So don't let them get away with that, Aquarius. But meet me over on Vimeo. I'm going to shuffle the fairy ring oracle, and we will see what further spiritual guidance we can get. I want to look more into this situation with whoever's like trying to take advantage of you, see what kind of wisdom we can get and advice for that. So meet me over there. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you back here next month.